Hey, good Monday morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Pretty quiet week weather-wise. Let's get to it. My little headline said, hey, do you have an outdoor project to do this week? Well, if you do, it's a pretty good week for it, unless you need extremely warm temperatures. Let's get to the forecast to show you what's going on. And as always, if you have questions, let me know. Or statements too. Here's the radar. It's dry across the whole area, and here is the satellite picture, and looks like a pretty nice sunny day on the way. There's just a few streaks of high clouds stretching through. Lots of sun in the UP, northern lower, even southern lower. So I would call it a mostly sunny day on the way. All right, we got to get into the computer models and look at squiggly lines. Sorry about that, but that's the way weather goes. This is a computer model for the next couple of days, and it'll show you pretty quiet weather. What you're looking at is pressure patterns. Okay, so here's a low pressure center up here, and the pressure lines circulating around it. And when you see those tightly packed together, like over in here, it's windy. When you see them not tightly packed together, it's not as windy. And you're also seeing 3-hour precipitation amounts, which you're not seeing at all on this for today. What you do see is a bend in the pressure pattern. That's a cold front here that will be coming through tonight and cooling us down, and also making some lake effect snow showers up across the western part of the UP, and then eventually a few rain showers across western lower Michigan. But we're into tonight now, and this cold front passes through most of southern Michigan silently. You can kind of see there that the tip of the thumb can always get into that. Hey, good morning, Brian Donaldson. Good Monday morning. And we're into Tuesday afternoon, northerly winds, and then this dry, cool, high-pressure system will settle in. So if you're looking for something where you need dry weather, you've got it. This is Wednesday afternoon, and really that's a pretty nice fall pattern. It's not warm, but this is Thursday. When you get something like this, that's sunshine, and that is also light winds. So yeah, pretty good. Christy, no, we're not always wrong. Very rarely are we wrong, but people like to look at the exact detail. Oh, wait a minute. I thought you said it was going to rain half hour from now and it's raining. Well, 10 years ago, we couldn't nail it down to the half hour 2 days out. Now we can. Here's a high temperature forecast for today, and it's not bad. This is the warmest day of the week. We're looking at temperatures in the, let's call it the mid-50s in all of southern lower, okay? 55 to 56, let's call it, from Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, down to Flint, down to Detroit, Ann Arbor, Lansing, Jackson, Grand Rapids. Northern lower temperatures in the low 50s, and UP temperatures in the low 50s also. Alrighty, highs tomorrow, because of that north wind, getting a lot colder in the UP, colder northern lower, low 40s, colder southern lower. Temperatures will be into the 50-degree range. Fran wants to know, how's Saturday looking? We're going to take a look at that here in just a moment. Our next weather maker is sometime on the weekend. And again, since somebody's already said we're always wrong, Saturday is far off to put a timing on stuff, especially with what we have going on. But we'll start to look at it, and that's how weather is actually accurate, is when you follow it day by day. But these people that say, oh, you're always wrong, what they do is they look at the forecast on Monday on their phone, and then they don't update themselves, and then they wake up Saturday and say, oh, wait a minute, last Monday it said this. So don't get me started, folks. All right, so tomorrow we'll call it upper 40s in southern lower. And Wednesday, as the cold air has settled in, we'll call it mid to upper 40s. And that means morning temperatures frosty again. And then we go into Thursday, temperatures in the 40s, upper 40s. Friday, Saturday. So we're kind of in a cooler than normal weather pattern. Hey, thank you very much, Tracy Foltz. I'm going to rant here for a second to the person. You know, another thing, if we're always wrong, why are you watching? I mean, if I went to a doctor that was always wrong, I wouldn't go to that doctor or whatever. You know, some people, if you're always wrong, figure it out yourself. You know, use whatever that you can do to be always right. Okay. I feel a little bit better now. Maybe my blood pressure went down a little bit. All right, let's move on and unfriend him. How's that sound? Okay, so cool, dry week on the way. Someone's asked about the next weather maker. This is the computer model that goes out pretty far. You've heard it called the GFS, the American model. Yeah, it's you know, not as good as the European probably, but it's what we have, and it's pretty decent. So we're into Wednesday now and Thursday, and it shows the dry weather also. And then we're into Friday, and what it wants to do, and what every model wants to do, is bring a storm system up the East Coast and a storm system from the Northwest, and kind of get them together somewhat. But we're Sunday there, okay? Now this scenario, we're still okay. So it's hard to say exactly what the weekend will look like, but we will just keep you updated on that, and know that the next weather maker is 2 storm systems. This is actually the remnants of a hurricane out here in the Pacific. Okay, so if you've got something to do this week as far as an outdoor project, you know, painting the patio posts that are chipping or something like that, it's a pretty good week for it. You don't have a lot of warm weather, so if you need something over 50 degrees, today's your day to do it, like having paint dry. But if you just need dry weather, if you want to start removing the leaves, you know, a couple of them, a couple of stages at a time, good weather for that. The next weather maker, not until the weekend at least. Yes, Tyler, you mean that my garage roof that is currently tore off? Yes, I mean that. We get to this time of the year and we go, uh-oh, probably would have been nice to do that in October or September, early in October. I think you'll still have a chance for it, but I'm going to write a post this morning. I'll give you a little sneak preview because you're joining me here live on MLive. My headline for one of my posts this morning is going to be Indian Summer Nowhere in Sight. Yes, that means that I don't see 60s and 70s in the next 10 days because I showed you that pattern with that storm rolling up the East Coast. That's going to keep us in a northerly flow, and it will keep us cooler than normal. There's your update. Thanks for joining me. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, and we do this every morning around 8:30, so make sure you let your friends know. I see Brian Donaldson. He's a good friend from Bay City. We call him Boat Daddy because he has boated all his life. He says he got his boat shrink wrapped. That's another thing I better put on the list here. All right, so we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Stay tuned with the weather on MLive and your local news.